Hey, welcome. My name is Kelsey. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I am going to be washing my face. So I've been in a little bit of a skincare detox the last 2 weeks. I've got 2 more weeks to go. I've just been using Lush products. So I've just been using essentially these 3 items. I've got the Sleepy Face Cleansing Balm, or like solid cleansing oil, I think is what it's called. And then I have this 7-3 cleansing cloth. I've used this one quite a few times, so it's got some nice little exfoliating bits on it. And then I also have the Amazonian primer. It's a solid oil thing. I don't remember what these are called exactly, but they're all from Lush. They're all part of their Naked Skincare line, and I love them. And I thought I would share with you how to use them. When I first bought these products, I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to go about using them. I feel like they don't give the most like exact instructions. Like there's not anything that's like, do this. I mean, there's some instructions, but I feel like I've learned some tips and tricks going along the way, and I thought I would share them with you today. So I'm just putting my hair up. I don't want to get this stuff in my hair, since it's pretty much essentially just oil. I don't want that in my hair right now. So to start, I'm going to be taking the Sleepy Face solid cleansing balm, whatever this is called. And I'm just going to rub this all over my face. And I don't have a ton of makeup on today, but I definitely have some. I've got a BB cream, concealer, all kinds of like blush, bronzer, brow products. I've got some eyeshadow, mascara, so I just need it all to come off, and this is a great first step. I just kind of just rub it along my lash line until I feel like it's kind of breaking down some product, and that's gonna do it. I'm just gonna further rub that in. So I rub in circular motions. My cat and dog are fighting out in the hallway right now. It's like dinner time, and so they're getting a little rambunctious because they want their dinner. I'm also just making sure to really rub through my brows to like get out any product. And then on my eyes, I try to be a little bit gentler, but I'm also trying to rub the mascara away. The oils really help to break that down. I go on my lower lash line. It's gonna be crazy raccoon eyes here for a minute. And then I kind of like to go from the underside of my mascara, if that makes sense, and just kind of like rub underneath the side of my lashes, like how you're putting on mascara, but like your finger, and just rubbing it away. Yeah, I've got makeup hands. What I'm going to do now is just rinse off my hands and then take a damp cloth and just rub it all over my face. With really warm water. That helps a lot. I've got a corner of the washcloth here. It's actually steaming. And I'm just going to gently wipe all of it away. I wait to do my eyes for last, so I'm not like further rubbing mascara all over my face. I try to save that for last. Really try to get into my hairline too, make sure I'm getting like everything from there, because that's definitely where I can get breakouts, is like in my hairline if there's product left over and it's like really oily, and I don't want that. So now for my eyes, again, I just try to be as gentle as I can and just like wipe this product away. If you've ever used just like a standard cleansing balm, this is pretty similar to that kind of a process. It just comes in a solid form rather than like a jelly consistency, or I guess it's kind of solid, a cleansing oil. Sometimes some of them are liquid. I don't know. I've used both, I guess, but they usually come in like a jar or something. This has no packaging, which I love. I tend to have little mascara bits left on my lower lash line, so I'm gonna really try and make sure I get those, or else I wake up in the morning and I feel like my eyes are just like really crusty and gross, and I don't like that. All right, so for step 2, we're gonna take the 7 to 3 cleansing cloth, and I'm just gonna get this wet and rub it on my face. I'm getting water everywhere. Stop dripping down my arm. It also helps if your face is a little wet and not like super dry. But I'm trying to do this so you can see, and it's hard. So not only is that like a little bit of a cleanser, but it also has a little bit of like an exfoliant to it, and it's just such a nice product. Just rubbing it in, and again, I'm just gonna do the same thing. Take a damp cloth, wipe it all off. And after those 2 steps, I really feel like my face is cleansed. It definitely feels clean. It doesn't feel like there's any debris left behind. It doesn't feel like there's any oils left behind. It just feels really nice. And it's not dried out. It's not necessarily like super moisturized, but it's just, it feels really nice. And they're such simple products that I just don't worry about like my skin freaking out. My skin just loves these products a lot. And when I first, so like 2 weeks ago, I guess I should say, I started doing this skincare detox because my skin had just been freaking out. I did a whole intro video to this thing. If you're interested in watching it, I'll link it above. But my skin was just doing the weirdest things. It was not happy. I was having giant breakouts, and you can kind of see like some scarring left behind from it. My skin scars so easily, which is my favorite. And but since then, I did have this breakout here on my chin, but it's already going away, and I just had that like 2 days ago, and it's just, my skin is clearing up. I had this like really flared area under my chin here. It's kind of hard to see, and that's all flattened out. I had a few breakouts right in here, and those are all gone. It's just like some pigmentation that's left, and my skin has just been like loving this little break from all the different skincare. And so the final step is to moisturize. Again, this is the Amazon primer. It is a wonderful moisturizer. It's not just a primer, it actually is like a solid oil. And so I just rub it on my face. It might take a few seconds for it to kind of warm up. I try to go in like upward motions. I'm trying to go up rather than down. Sometimes it's hard to put on, just going up. But I just cover my whole face with this solid oil. And then I just kind of smooth it into the skin. I have been into doing kind of like some facial massage recently. I've heard there's benefits of doing facial massage. I don't really know if I see any benefits, just that it feels really nice. So my go-to is to take my middle finger and my pointer finger, and then take them under my eyes and kind of just like spread out. You definitely want to make sure that you have enough product under your eyes so you're not really tugging. Should just be like a nice smoothing feeling and not like a tug. And then I also really enjoy just to kind of like push my fingers up my forehead or like do both at the same time. Just feels really nice and relaxing. And then one that I saw Charlotte Tilbury do on, I think, a Tati video is just do this and kind of go under your cheeks and then up your cheekbones, and it just feels so nice. It really feels like a nice little facial massage. Another favorite is to take your whole, like, this L shape and just run it across your face. Again, it just gets that like spot right in here, and it just feels so good. Like, that's not a spot that you like touch a lot, and so it just feels so nice and like, oh, good. And then I'll usually give a little tug on the jawline. I don't really know what it does, but I've seen people do it and it kind of feels good. And then one that I do usually in the morning, but just like a little tap under the eyes. Not too hard and not too close to the eyes, more like the tops of your cheeks. And it just kind of like feels funky. And then I'll do kind of like a squeeze to the brows, but again, not tugging, just like a nice smoothing feeling. And that also helps like distribute the moisturizer well, because now it feels like it's like fully in my skin and not just like on top of my skin, since it is more of like an oily consistency. It just feels really nice and moisturized in my skin, and I feel like my skin looks really nice and like radiant. I definitely have the remnants of some breakouts, but I feel like it's better, and I am pretty pleased with my skin right this moment. And that is my nighttime routine. I mean, brush my teeth. I'm gonna brush my teeth here in a second, and then that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go to bed and wake up in the morning, use the Lush Let the Good Times Roll scrub on my face in the morning, and then the Amazon primer again, and it's been my skincare recently, and I've been really enjoying it. What are your thoughts on these Lush products? Have you tried them? I love them. If you have any thoughts or questions, let me know down below. I've tried a lot of the other Lush Naked products, and so if you have any questions, let me know. I would love to help. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. I would love to have you around. And until next time, bye guys.